Coach, you drafted 3 offensive linemen so far, including one at the very top there in Troy Fautano. All of them love football, all of them passionate, all of them real physical. Was continuing to address the offensive line a big key for you guys heading into this draft?
We just want to roll people, man, to be honest with you guys. We got some backs that we like. We've got a good offensive line. We took Broderick Jones a year ago. This draft pool or class we thought was really loaded with some top-end offensive line talent, and we just wanted to draw from that well.
Alrighty, Steelers Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I do know that I'm late. I'm really, really late in America because I slept in today. I must have needed it. I don't know what's going on. I must have needed this. I finished work last night at 11 o'clock, so I must have needed that sleep. I was going to get up in my morning at 10, and the idea was to try and join. I was going to try and email Steelers Dynasty Podcast and jump on there, but maybe next week I might go on if I got time. But big shout out to those guys too. They always shout out my program here on Steelers Nation Oz, and I get the chat in a minute. But yeah, huge shout out to those guys on 60-something subs doing good Steelers work. I just like their podcast because it is, it's fun, free, relaxing, comedy, still talking Steelers football, but in a really good, just relaxed manner. A bit like here too. We're pretty relaxed here, having a bit of fun. Today, however, we're going to go into a bit of a deep topic, talking about Cameron Sutton. Last night when I went to bed, I did not think that was going to happen. I was going to sleep at 12:30. That's why I probably couldn't sleep till a bit after that. And then when I was looking through Twitter, and I saw Cameron Sutton signed with the Steelers. Now, it had been mentioned a month ago that could have been a possibility. It might be happening because Tomlin reached out to, I think, Sutton a month ago, with all his issues going on. And they're not good issues. And I do want to put a disclaimer out there. I do not support anything to do with that stuff at all, domestic abuse or whatnot in any sense. In any sense of the word, that if it's male versus female, or if it's female versus male, or female versus female, or male versus male, I do not support any of that stuff, right? I'm really talking from a football sense. Right? The move is pretty crazy. You've got Cameron Sutton now on a 1-year deal, and I want to go over something too, how the locker room is going to talk about Cameron Sutton, right? There's multiple ideas of what happened. To my knowledge, I think he was running away from the police for 3 weeks or 2 weeks. They caught him. He got arrested. His felony got I don't know the technical term, but his felony was a higher felony. Then it dropped down charges. Now he's in some program to help him get on the right foot. But what he did or whatever happened, I don't know. I wasn't there. And I think sometimes, too, we need to disconnect ourselves from our emotions, from what happened or happening. But at the same time, too, it's a team that you love and follow. So everyone's got their own opinion. And this one will be very touchy, very, very, what's the word? Very, overall, it's a crazy, PR move, but they seem to be handling it. The Steelers have done this in the past, too, with Michael Vick. I'm a huge dog person, and what Michael Vick did to dogs is freaking awful, but I still cheered him on to play. So if you want to cheer on Cameron Sutton, you can or you can't. I think the move is a pretty good move. You bring him back for a veteran deal. Of course, he was a Lion for 3 years. 3 years, 3-year deal, and that all went to shambles because of the situation, for what he's going through. And you know what? It can be his fault. If it's his fault, it's his fault. You know what I mean? But the guy owned up today as well, in not a podcast, in a, what do you call it? Press conference, answer the questions, So he's going through this situation. I feel like it's probably, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers, they're giving him a chance. So let's see what happens. I'm not going to be totally emotional and be like, oh, this guy's a F and this, and this, right? I'm not about that stuff. I do believe people deserve second chances. Sometimes even third or fourth, depending how low you go down there, right? let's go to the comments and we'll talk about this in more detail because this is a good move. I think it's a good move for our Steelers. So let's welcome everyone in. And also, we've got to keep it a bit lighthearted too. Like I said, I'm not going to get involved in that stuff. Nobody should be hitting anyone in that capacity. Man, woman, or woman versus man, right? Nothing like that. I don't support that. And I believe that's like a collective, what's the word? That's a collective, like, universal thing. I don't think anyone goes out of their way to be harmful to other people like that. That would just be silly. That's why we have football to watch, so we can see someone, see James Debo Harrison absolutely take care of the Browns. So we can release that aggression. That's why we want to, get rid of that. That's why I play pickleball sometimes. I can hit the balls hard again. Right, you know what I mean? So, yes, let's go to the comments. And welcome in, everyone. G'day to the show. By the way, it's my new favorite almost emoji. I'm going to try and make that emoji. Right, I'm going to make that one emoji for sure. 29 comments, 11 people. All right. Excuse me. Let's go to the comments. G'day, Sean. What's going on? So I'm going to just read the names first. G'day, George. G'day, Yuli. G'day, Yuli, mate. Hope you're doing well. G'day, Buggy. G'day, Pepper. We were in the show, in the other show as well. George and Pepper was in the Steelers Dynasty podcast. I've got an idea that I might try and link up with them in the next few weeks for maybe something kind of cool. G'day, Afton. What's up? G'day, Kelly. What's going on? Yeah, man, this is it too. Yeah, I like this now. I like how we've really turned this into a university. Sorry, a bit of dust there. Let me clean that for you. I like how we're I like how we just come in, chill out, and it is like it's university but with drinks. You know what I mean? Like university with pizza and drinks and good time. I like how we're building that up because I've got some more ideas coming as well for HDU that involves me buying a PS5 and also involves me buying NCAA 25 for the members, but we'll get to that in another project I'm trying to work on. Yeah, 100%. Appreciate that, Kelly. Yeah, Bubba and Shane are good blokes over that way. It's a good fun time here. It's only me on the program, but I've had in recent history, I've had Merrill Hodge on the show. I've had other numerous Steelers podcasts on here. I've had recent history. I've had Brian McFadden on the show. So it's a good time. It's a good fun. That makes no sense. G'day, Alex. What's going on? Yeah. And I agree. Look, I think this is going to be very touchy. This thing about welcoming back Sutton is going to be very touchy. But I believe that everyone does deserve a second chance. And if he did wrong or he has done wrong and all these kind of things, if he's going through the programs and it's his, at the end of the day, it's his business. It's not my business. It's not Steelers fans' business. It's not Joe Burrow's business. It's no one's business besides closed doors and them, and maybe now some of the authorities and that kind of stuff, working things out. But I trust the organization enough where I believe they do bring in people of high valued character, right? And I think here he is now. G'day, Bubba. What's going on? I'll bring this up now, but I'm probably gonna talk about this a few times because this to me is kind of summarize a few things. Yes, he did bad, right? Did bad. Went through the actions of the police and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I just saw an interview with Minka. So this was the interview with Minka. Now, Minka says this. This is Minka's quote. So I saw this from Steelers Now or someone like that when I was looking through Twitter. And Minka's talking about how they're going to support and back up his teammate. And that's what like a football locker room does. That's what a family does too. So, but I understand people, if you know what, if you don't like him, Cam Sutton, that's fine. I didn't like Chase Claypool for way less. I couldn't handle Claypool I didn't like him as a person or a player because he did this thing on the field. You know what I'm saying? Which is so much different to what Cameron Sutton did. Rightio. So Minka says this: we all have stuff going. We all have stuff that we go through. Facts. Each and every person in their life has everything on their plate, and that's why it's good to have a podcast and show that just chills out, talk Steelers, and a bit of a distraction. Right. So he says, Minka says, we all have stuff going on that we go through. I think one of the best things about being in a locker room is that you have 52 other dudes, facts, that can help you get through whatever it is. That's your support network, right? And of course, there will be people inside that 52 who will be judgmental, who will be, maybe not the keenest person on this player for what they did or whatever happened, right? Or whatever situation it is. It could be any situation. It could be someone stole money. I don't know. But he's right. Minka says that the best thing about being in a locker room, you have 52 other blokes, other dudes, other blokes. Wouldn't it be crazy if you said blokes? That would have been cool. 52 other blokes that can help you get through whatever it is. We love Cam. He's a great dude. We all have our flaws and our situations, but we're going to embrace him. That to me speaks volumes. As a leader like Minka Fitzpatrick, our safety, one of our guys, one of our true Steelers, says that highlight about Cam. So I know there's stuff going on, but that's pretty, those words speak a lot of value. We have a lot of stuff going on. I think is one of the best things is a locker room, 52 other blokes that can help you get through whatever it is. We love Cam. He's a great dude. We all have our flaws and our situations, but we're going to embrace him. That's fantastic. At the same time, though, I understand the other side of the coin. I really do. With all that stuff and things going on, if you don't want to support him, that's fine. But, man, from this point now, I think I've covered it best I can. I'm going to talk the football sense. As a football move, if Cameron Sutton is still where he was when he was with us when he left before the 3-year deal, this is a fantastic move because now you have Dante Jackson on one side, and depends if Corey Trice or the other blokes step up. Still got some other like rangy, tall cornerbacks. Then you have JPJ, who's going to have a lockdown season. Then maybe you move Sutton in the slot. Like you move him around. Like he's a veteran guy who knows the defense, coming back for a 1-year vet deal. What's a veteran deal? $1.2 million. So it's a good move from a football sense, right? All righty. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I sent you an email. I got to try and get in contact with you somehow rather than email, but we'll organize it through the week. I've got an idea for sure. Sean says, my prediction is Cameron Sutton gets his first snaps of the season on Sunday Night Football against the Cowgirls. Yes, and of course the NFL too will come down and provide some suspension. I'm okay with that as well. If they give him a 4-game, a 6-game, give him a suspension, then maybe someone in the meantime steps up and takes his place. I'm okay with anything like that. I think he's you know what, to a certain degree, I know that he apparently ran from the cops, but now he's showing up to be a man and facing the music. Like right now, he's showing up. He's committed to a program as the Steelers. He took a veteran deal. He's going to get this question asked throughout his entire life now about all the issues in his, all the issues over and over and over and over. And, that speaks volumes too. So he's finally manning up and taking care of the situation. That's fantastic. And sometimes that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do in any situation of any person, really, when you do this stuff. We can have a heart about him as long as we go easy. Yeah, I agree. Sutton will be good. I think he will be good too. No, it doesn't. Not today. No. Not today. More to do with podcast stuff. Not today. That's fantastic. All righty. G'day, Toddy in the house. Where are you, Toddy? I saw. Oh, yeah. G'day, HDU and 46. Love it. Anyone else? True. The reason why I'm following the Steelers now is my man from West Virginia University, Zach Frazier, going to be your starting center. I think he should be. Yeah, I think he should be for sure. Pepper says, sorry about my takes on Wilson. Nah, that's all good. I reckon he'll be okay. I think Russell Wilson will be fine. I think I've been doing a bit of highlight watching, interview watching with him. I think he's checked in. I think he's fit. I think he's obviously he should be a much better quarterback than Kenny Pickett and Trubisky and possibly even Rudolph, right? So I think he's fine. But I'm just here to cheer the team on as who they start. I think they start. I think you know what? ESPN is getting really funny about this stuff. ESPN is talking about the controversy at quarterback, right? And I don't think there is one. the more I see that Russell Wilson is backing up, not in a literal sense, he's backing Fields, saying, yeah, he's going to have a good season. We're going to get him, he'll be on the field sometimes. Fields wants to compete, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be like a quarterback controversy that everybody wants. That's Steelers YouTube channels out there and also ESPN channels want a Steelers controversy at quarterback. I don't believe that's so. I think they'll go into camp with Russell Wilson will be the clear number one, and Fields will be that guy, the gadget guy that might come in on a third down or second down and goal, 10 yards out, and you might have two quarterbacks on the field. You might have Fields who can run it. You might have certain plays that Fields can get, part of the team. Like, it's not going to be the situation where Russell Wilson is number one and Fields is number two and you don't use him. The only way you use Fields is if Russell Wilson gets hurt. No, they're going to find ways to use him in the offense. Like, I think I've been reading enough, watching enough, seeing stuff in the media that they have been, in Pittsburgh media, not ESPN. ESPN wants controversy. They do. So I think they'll be using Fields enough to where he can be a part of the offense. He's like an extra quarterback to help out the team win. I think that's going to happen too. So, Perner's awesome too. Love Perner. Alrighty. Yeah, they're going to use him some way, somehow. They're going to use him like to run the football, to, I don't know, to in gimmick downs or certain drives. I'll use him for sure. Mr. Unlimited. All right, g'day, Fu2. What up, Fu2? Is that a Fu2 hater? I don't know what that means. Now that we got Cameron, do we sign Mr. Whack Job? Oh boy, that would shock me. If they signed him, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I have seen that too. I don't know what's going on. I thought and he can have his opinion. That's fine. No, he's not Derek. No, Devin. His name's Devin. Devin from Here We Go Show. I see his Twitter and I see his YouTube. He says that Russell Wilson is just as good as Kenny Pickett. I don't believe so. G'day, SmackDown Under. What's going on? Yeah, got a clean cut. I feel so much better. Oh man, yeah. I don't think that he's a Kenny Pickett, but that's Devin. He's got his own. I don't hate the bloke for his opinion. That's his channel. So I think we still have to go to wait and see as well. We have to wait and see to see how things play out, how they pan out, right? But I do want to go back to this Cameron Sutton thing because I think that the Steelers made a pretty good move in this sense to shore up the secondary. Now you've got the guy like Elliott, your Kazi still on the team. I think it can be a role piece there. They're still talking about him being like the third safety or on the field and doing certain things and nickel and dime packages. Getting Cameron Sutton is obviously gives him a chance to bounce back and prove himself as a better person, a better player. Gets him back in the NFL, and if he does serve, probably will serve a suspension. Like, this is a pretty good move by the Omar Khan and the Steelers. He played for us. What was it for 4 or 5 years? I always liked him as a player, and I think people other Pittsburgh Steelers podcasts out there. Alan Saunders was talking about this, and other guys like that were saying, they've met and talked to him, and it would have been out of character for what he did, and what he did was not right. But I think like getting him back for a 1-year deal, do you have a guy that could maybe could get an extension next year if he plays well? But I did see other reports out there too. Was talking about, I think it was like some Lions reporter on Twitter was talking about that Cameron Sutton wasn't the best, outside cornerback on the team. But we don't need him to be an outside cornerback on the team. We need him to just be plug in and play if he does play slot, right? So, g'day, Roberto. What's going on? The thing with Ben is, I never brought up Ben, but okay. The thing with Ben is he never went into hiding. Ben was never charged. Yet they never treated Ben was Darren Sharper. I personally don't want to bring in Cam. Well, that's the thing. Roberta can have your opinion about that kind of stuff too, but that's why I don't get too into my in this situation, I don't get too into my feelings. It's a bit like saying with the Watson thing at quarterback, right? I'm not here to sit here and curse out Cameron Sutton for the next 35 minutes. That's not what I wanted to do. But if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. And yeah, of course, the Big Ben stuff back in the day, if it happened or didn't happen, that's not. I always bring it back to. I know the Steelers are like my daily life, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers are my daily life. I love and cheer them, but I never let them affect my life like that. In the terms of like, I never get so angry that I'm like, oh, Ben, why would you do that? Ben. I never let them affect my life like that. Now, like I've stated before in the first 5 minutes, that I'm not for advocating to a domestic abuse or any abuse on any person. But I'm not going to let the signing of Cameron Sutton bring my day down. When I finish this and I go around town, I go for a walk or whatever, I focus on my goals and what I want to do to be a person and what I want to be the best bloke I can be in his room talking Steelers. So I appreciate the opinion on that, where you're saying Big Ben was never charged and they treat him this, and they personally wouldn't bring him in, Cameron in with the situation. So I respect that. But for my sense of it, I'm okay with it. Like, give the guy a chance. Like I said, with my Michael Vick analogy is probably the best analogy I can fall back to. My Michael Vick analogy is he did some horrible, horrible, horrible things to dogs. Right? He made them fight. He killed them, all those kind of things. And I still cheered on Michael Vick getting past that. He went through all his, rehabilitations. He said sorry. He did all these things. He's paid millions and millions of dollars towards charities and that kind of stuff. He's corrected his wrongs, and they still were wrong. I'm a massive dog person. I would rather talk to a dog than I would want to talk to a human. I love all my previous dogs that I've had in the past, and I love my dog now. I love random dogs. But the fact that Michael Vick did all those things, I didn't push him away because I wasn't going to support him. I supported him because he wanted a second chance. And I thought, it's not really in my realm of my worldview at the moment that I've got to be hating on Michael Vick for the rest of my life. He did wrong. They gave him a chance. He played good football. He was fun to watch. And also Michael Vick was fun to watch as a Falcon. Michael Vick was fun to watch as a Eagle. There's one pass, he throws a pass 85 yards to Deshaun, is it Jackson or whatever his name was, the Eagle dude, and he goes all the way down. So that's my comparison, right? Of like the Steelers and the NFL, they do give these plays second chances. There's even that bloke, that Ray Rice bloke, the Kansas City Chief receiver. He did something wrong in some car crash or whatnot, and he's back playing. So it's not up to me to sit in those things. I'm against the action, but if they're going to bring in Cameron Sutton to play football and he plays good football, I keep it as a football sense. And I will bring this up for our new viewers who just came in. Minka says this, and I trust Minka. We'll have that stuff we go through. I think that one of the best things about being in a locker room is that 52 other dudes or blokes can help you get through whatever it is. We love Cam. He's a great dude. We have our flaws in our situations, but we're going to embrace him. So hopefully that makes sense. I think as a football move, it's really good to bring him back. It is fantastic. But everyone's got their opinion, like Roberta does, like Brian does, and that's why we here are on this channel. G'day East Coast, what's going on? The real East Coast, ECG, hooly dooly, my friend. Hope you guys are doing well. I try and watch some of your stuff out there, but there's just too much going on. I know you guys do your college stuff, you do your football stuff. But yeah, welcome to the show. East Coast Gridiron. Hooly dooly, my friend. And Alex says, I think that Russ might be the only target this season because we won't be able to get the ball to Fields. Could do. I know. I believe in Russ, man. I believe in him. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Sutton is an upgrade over Peterson. Yeah, and I guess that solves the Peterson issue now too, because we were thinking that maybe Peterson will come back to play that similar role. And now Sutton gets his number back, number 20. Peterson wore 20 last year. And look, I like Peter. I thought Peterson did okay near the end. The start, maybe not, but the end he did pretty well. And there's a new podcast too from BMAC and Peterson with Kevin Colbert. that I would suggest everybody watch. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna play some games or whatnot, and I'll put it on the background. So it's cool. Oh, I 1,000 agree with you. If we stay healthy at inside linebacker, we have a scary defense. Yeah, everything like that is happening with Minka, safeties. I think JPJ is going to have a fantastic season on the cornerback. I think TJ Watt's going to have a great season. I think Alex Highsmith's going to have a great season. This defense does feel like a top 10 defense. And yes, they need to stay healthy. And Cameron Hayward, I believe he'll sign a 2-year contract coming up. I never have either. I've never done it either. 100%. G'day, Shane. What's going on? Yeah, Michael Vick was insane. He was, and I think that's the best way. The best way I can is compare that is the Vick analogy. Yeah. I think I was meaning Vic didn't. I was meaning Vic did and got the same punch as Ben. Yeah, but the thing is, okay, in another sidetrack, I don't get held down by that. Do you know what I mean? I guess I understand those things happen, but it doesn't hold me down to be always thinking about that stuff, you know? And that's kind of the same thing with this Cameron Sutton thing. We know what happened, the off-season issues, but it's not really up to me. It's not my it's not in my daily thinking of like, oh, I've got to wake up, have a coffee, have some, do a Steelers podcast. We can talk about it, or I've got to go and make lunch and go here. I don't always consistently think about it. So, but I understand that. And we all got the opinion and stuff like that. But I feel like that this is a good thing too. It's good for the defense. It's good for our team. In some sense too, you're giving him a second chance, and it's good for Sutton. Like, he seems like a nice enough guy. Whatever happened that they can figure that out. That's up to Sutton, the police, and everyone else. From my perspective, being in the Steelers Nation Australia fan, I just want to see someone hit someone on the field like this. Just get Najee running over someone, JPJ getting a pick, Sutton, becoming a tackling machine, or he was a very good cover of the football, receiver wise. I want to see this team come together. And like Minka said, come together and be a unit of all 52 players or whatever they are, and really start to go after it. But I knew this was going to be a wild episode because of how highly emotional I think the situation is, and also the subject matter is too. And it's life. It's overall life. Like, the guy did wrong, and here we are. Last night, right? When I did the podcast, the video, I was like, I can't believe that happened. I'm here at 12:30 at midnight, and Steelers signed Cameron Sutton to a 1-year deal. I was like, that's crazy. Everything was just madness. So, yeah. Holy dooly. Alrighty. So I kind of covered that really in the half an hour that I wanted to talk about that situation. I don't want to, go on and on and on and on and on. I might do a video tomorrow about the Minka talking about it, but I don't know just yet because, I want to kind of move on from that situation and talk more football. But this is something that will be in the headlines for the next few days until something else comes up. But in my view, it's not up to me to really judge anything. I'm just here to watch football. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to see what happens with this team. But it is a highly emotional story that has a lot of bad things to do with certain situations. You know what I mean? So let's see how it plays out, man. I didn't expect that at all. All right, I'm gonna have a bit of a drink. It's half an hour in. We'll play some video or something, and then I'm gonna have a bit of a drink. Oh, my mate Kenny Pickett. Holy dooly. 1 second.
Coach, you drafted 3 offensive linemen so far, including one at the very top there in Troy Fautano. All of them love football, all of them passionate, all of them real physical. Was continuing to address the offensive line a big key for you guys heading into this draft?
We just want to roll people, man, to be honest with you guys. We got some backs that we like. We've got a good offensive line. We took Broderick Jones a year ago. This draft pool or class we thought was really loaded with some top-end offensive line.
All righty. All right. Okay. I hope that was a good segment. I got my black and gold voice out. Hope you guys got your black and gold voice out. I feel pretty good. It's, you know what? I'm not saying it's wild. It's a wild thing today. I guess we didn't expect that. You know, it's interesting. I think some people are trying to, you know, back him in certain senses, and others aren't. But that's fine. It's all good. All right, let's talk some football. If you guys got any questions, let me know. I don't know what else to talk about now. I'm all out of ideas. I've tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas. I'll talk about that in a minute. I think the receiver 2 is on the roster, but I've been saying that for a lot of times. G'day, Nedya. What's going on, Nedya Fox? Welcome to the show, Nedya. It's the first time I've seen you around these parts, so what's going on? Welcome to the show. Futu says Austin is returner. Yeah, I think he'd be a returner. I think he's up there. So also, you've got to remember too, kickoff returner is, or you got to call Darrell Patterson too. Can he play punts? No, he doesn't do punts. Is he do punts? No, it might be Austin. But kickoff return is going to be different this year with the new layout. So you got kickoff return, Austin, probably Hayward if he makes a team, maybe Patterson and whatnot back there. So Austin's going to be the punt returner. I would love to see that. I'm happy. I'm happy to see them run the ball 50 times. That'd be awesome. Like I said it last year with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. I said they get 1,000 each. This year is really key. Like this could be the one when it happens. Last year Warren got 750. I could see Najee Harris getting 1,400 yards, maybe 1,300 yards, and Jalen Warren getting like 1,085 or something like that. Dead set. Ned Your Fox says if we get a receiver 2, we have 0 holes. I think like you have holes in certain parts. Like, you know, is the D-line strong enough as they can be? Every team's always going to have holes. My issue with receiver 2, it's not the fact that I don't want Brendan Ayuk or the other bloke, DK Metcalf. The issue to me is I think, and even Van Jefferson talked about it, I think they talked about it the other day, is these receivers are trying to carve out roles to be number 2. Like Austin, I saw Alan Saunders, because they're the guys there, Nick Farabaugh. They're the ones I trust, by the way. I always bring them up. Those kind of blokes who are in the facility, if you check them out on Steelers Now, I think it is, or one of those ones, they're always talking about, they're like actually good reporters inside Pittsburgh, not the clickbait ones. But they were talking about how Austin is really good in his cuts and moving around. I even listened to Jim Wexell, the Steel City Insider podcast the other day, and they talked about how Najee was quicker and faster going through a hole, like speeding through, and Austin was getting through his breaks better. His route running was much better. So why can't these guys improve to be a receiver 2? I don't understand how the other day Pickens 1, there's nobody 2, and everyone else is fighting for 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't understand that logic. I feel like these other players that are hearing the noise around receiver 2, this whole receiver 2 issue, it's like I don't think we have a hole there. I think that the players are going to step up and move into that role where you'll see Fry move to get more footballs. You'll see Austin get more footballs. You'll see Van Jefferson get more footballs. Like these guys are football players. They're wide receivers. You know, so I don't think there's a massive issue where they need to go and get that spot. Now, if they were to go and sign a Cortland Sutton, who used to link up with Denver Broncos former quarterback Russell Wilson, and they had like 10 TDs last year, fantastic. That would be awesome to see. I'm not against it, but I'm playing both sides here. I'm not against it. At the same time is I'm also keen to see these guys step up. There's not that much big, in my opinion, not that much big of a drop off from receiver 1. There's no 2, and then we have like 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Austin's, he looks like he's getting better from the things I've seen, reports I've been hearing about. You've got Van Jefferson, you've got other dudes, Quez Watkins in there. You've got dudes who are trying to make the team, Denzel Mims. So let's see. Let's try and see. I could be. I'm gonna move on though. I'm gonna move on from the point. I could be missing it, but that's the internet too. I don't know what that's from, or if that was even directed at me. All right, I'm moving on from that. Roberta says, I'm not worried about receivers. Exactly right. It's exactly right. There's the receivers, Steelers find them. They work them out. They've got that new coach. Can't remember his name, but apparently he's doing good things too. He's from the Jets or something like that. Or was it from the Eagles? He got a new receiver coach. Who's the receiver coach? Because I heard some good things about him as well. I saw a video and he was going like hard in the paint. He was teaching them all up. What is it? Zach Azani? Is that the bloke? Yeah, Zach Azani. I think he was he's a receivers coach. He was getting some high praise in a video. Yeah, wide receivers coach Zach Azani. He was the guy that we added to the roster. So, but I don't think there's that much. There's that much big of a drop off at receiver 2. Yes, so does Fu 2 agrees. I think you need a bigger name receiver 2 in the system. I think it goes to Jens. Could have 3 or 4 receiver 2s without having a real legit number 1. I agree with you. I think Pickens can be number 1. Ooh, good question. Will Payton's? That's a tough question. You mean like as in starter, like as in next to Queen, right? Maybe it could be. It could be if there's no Cole Holcomb, if he doesn't come back from his injury and he's not part of the team or he's not in the roster. Yeah, I keep hearing the comparisons with Wilson to like Shazier, like big long arms, good tackler. You know, they've even compared him to Luke Kuechly. So there could be a possibility where, of course, Queen's going to be number 1. He's the dude in there. I think he's been wearing the headset, the green headset, the green dot. And then I still like Atlanta Roberts too. He's fantastic. I love the way he interviews, love the way he talks football. He got 100 tackles last year. That's going to be pretty mean defense. But then do they rotate him out and put Wilson in? I think they'll feed him in slowly, to be honest. I think you'll have Roberts and Queen. But depends what's going to happen with Cole Holcomb because he's still going through that injury as well. All righty. Pickens might be a legit. I think he has to. Yeah, he definitely has to. It just depends where the ball's going to be thrown. I'm sure it's not just like, 80% of footballs are going to go towards Pickens' way. I'm sure there will be footballs going other directions into Muth or to Darnell or to the running backs too. I'm keen to see Wilson do check downs to Najee or check downs to Warren because those guys can move the ball as well, But Austin has been doing some big things as well at the receiver position. I thought about this. I did see this actually. George says, did you think they'd try a different kicker on kickoffs? How comfortable would you be with Chris Boswell as safety after the ball was kicked? I did see the Chiefs were thinking about putting back an actual safety or a linebacker, someone on defense who can kick the ball off, and then you have 11 men to it. I honestly don't until I see it play out. I don't really have an opinion on this one either. I'm like, buddy, what's it, Switzerland or whatever on the fence today, but I don't have a huge opinion. Obviously, kicker and Chris Boswell isn't fast enough to run around, and once they go past him, he's gone. Right? I'm not a huge fan of this kickoff. It's what it's meant to be. If you're at the 30, no, the defender's at the 30, and you're at the 40 or something like that, and you catch at the 20. The only minute you move is when you catch the ball. The kicker's got to kick off from the 50. I'm not a huge fan of this kickoff because I still like the traditional kickoff where you kick off from it used to be the 30-yard line or whatever it was, and you run back 70 yards. It's like a more, huge spectacle, like the event or like Super Bowl going boom like that. I'm not a huge fan of it anyway, but we got to see it, man. We're going to see it in preseason. That's for sure. But yeah, Chris Boswell, he can't catch. He can't run him down. There's no way. DJ isn't even half the play AB is, and Pickens was Brisbane and worst QB. That's a good call. Yeah, Zach Azani. I agree, so I think so too. I think so as well. Our reserve job on our. Yeah, what are we now? Football and shorts. That's it. I hear that Queen does better when he's not wearing the green dot. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know how to. It'd be very hard to chase the data on that, wouldn't it? I don't know either. I guess that's from an article or from a reporter. All I know is that Queen is absolutely pissed off that whether I still have it or not. No, I got rid of it. Queen is like this. Queen is mad, dude. He's mad. Queen is so mad at the Ravens and the fans, stuff like that. He is pissed off. I'm excited to see Queen smash this dude too. Smash that bloke. Right. But he could do, I don't know. I did see something like that. I think Matty Peverill covered that on TDU the other day, talking about when he's going to wear the green dot. But it's some guy, I guess if you're wearing the green dot, you've got to get people set up, stuff like that. But at the same time, Minka does that too. Minka sets the defense up. So I have really high trust in this defense. It's going to be fun, and we're going to need it too. We're versing a lot of star caliber quarterbacks, like my homies and Jalen Hurts, unless Jalen Hurts gets injured and they verse Kenny Pickett. Shane says Fields is going to be the guy. Look at the schedule. Gauntlet November, December. Yeah, there's going to be some injuries too. I think like there's definitely no guarantee, or you wouldn't say 100% chance that Russell Wilson plays 17 games. There's going to be Fields going to be in there somewhere. I'm not against it. I really should put. I keep saying, but I should put out that half an hour video. Maybe I will. I either have a half, or maybe I deleted it. I've got half an hour, 35 minutes of me saying that Fields is not a good quarterback on this channel because I didn't believe they're going to get him. G'day, JJ52. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's so good. Oh, wait. Is today going to be another 2-hour show? I don't know. I do love that. If you guys want to be a member, hit the member thing because I need I think 10 more members. And I never promote myself. So I think I need 10 more members to get another emoji. Up to you. I want to talk about money too much, but that's what I need to get. Then that's going to be my next one. It might be one of the best ones I've ever made. Oh, I just read what you told me, what you said, Pepper. Yeah, dude, that's so good. G'day, Ron. What's going on? Hey, I agree. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, Ron? Hope you're doing well, mate. It's so good. What if Wilson is better than DJ? As in, like, as in Deontay Johnson? You mean the quarterback Wilson? Thank you, Afton. That's excellent. All right, Afton gets you get fireworks, Afton. Fireworks in the chat. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. G'day, Chloe. What's going on? How are you? Oh, it's so good. Did I miss one, Sean? I've missed Royal Flush defense. I missed it. I've missed the whole thing. Imagine that. Imagine if he actually came back. So Futu says, imagine if he came back, JJ52. I saw JJ52. I saw JJ Watt practicing in goals because he's into soccer now. He owns like a football club. Could you imagine that? Like you've been a football player all your life playing in the NFL, and then next minute you're like, oh, I've got millions of dollars. I'm gonna go buy a body EPL team. So he was playing in goals the other day too. Wait, I think he was playing in goals the other day and he missed a few shots. So that would be crazy if he came back for one season, just one season. One season, vet deal, get in there, play with your brother, and just go havoc, man. Just get, 4 or 5 sacks, and TJ Watt gets 25. Dude, that would be so much fun to watch. He can't wear 99, though, because Ogunjobi wears 99. Yeah. That's so good. All right, thank you. Thank you, Afton. Appreciate that. We will get there in time. Hooly dooly. Yuli says, watch an episode of Jet Lag in the game in Australia. I've seen it on my YouTube. I've never watched it, but was it good? I think it's like is it what a travel show or something like that? Fire series. There you go. Yuli gives it the Yuli approval tick. Roman Wilson could be yeah, and I'm not too worried. I'm not saying if he's better or not. I'm not too worried. I used to love DJ. DJ was fun to watch, but I didn't know why he gave the football to the other team. He fell over a lot. His route running was fantastic. Like DJ's route running is just insane. You know, he was awesome to watch. Yeah. Will I laugh historically for you? I need a joke. I can't laugh on the spot. I can't do that. You've had 7 beers. There you go. Holy dooly. But yeah, I was a huge DJ supporter. But not anymore because he's a Panther. And his route running was really good. It was fun to watch. But for some reason, he made the hard catches look like piss easy. Then the easy ones, he make them look super hard. Yeah. You'd have to make me laugh somehow. I don't know. You have to make me laugh somehow, some way. Yeah, she's on the sherbets. What do you call? Is that a dad joke? I have no idea. Anyways, okay. What else is going on in the news? Because I'm going to be here for a minute. If you guys got any questions, I think I've covered the Cameron Sutton thing well enough. I believe. Ooh, hold on. There's no other news. Yeah, I've covered the Cameron Sutton thing well enough. I do believe that Cameron Hayward will be sign a Steelers contract soon. I'm a big supporter of Wilson. I think he can get it done. So we'll see how it plays out. It'll be right. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, he definitely did. Fuck. Get it. G'day, mate. Oh, where is it? G'day, mate. Oh, do I have it? Where? I just had it. Oh, there it is there. G'day, 46. I love that. It's my new favorite one. Yeah, I think he's got a bit of a fire in his belly too. I think a lot of people are going after him, saying he's washed up, he's done, he's over it. I think he's got that fire where he might come out this season, and he talked about it in his podcast and I think in interviews that he's had injury concerns with his groin. I think he even mentioned to the Steelers reporters that he's sick about talking about it. So I just come from the perspective okay, look. Yeah, he's getting up there in age. I just feel like he's been a Pittsburgh Steeler through and through and through. I want to see this guy finish his career with the Steelers, and that's it. I don't even care if he's bad. It's like with me, the Mike Tomlin thing. If Mike Tomlin went 3 seasons and he got extended he went 3-12, 3-14, 3-14, 3-14, I'd still like Mike Tomlin. Do you know what I mean? I do see a lot of people turn quickly. They turn quickly. They like him in their good years, and they don't like them in their bad years or when they're coming down off things. I see that some fan base they turn so quickly on people that I saw some really hateful comments towards Cameron Hayward, saying you're a bust, not a bust, your time's over, old man, all this kind of stuff. It's like that bloke's done so much for our entertainment for 12 years, 13 years. So much football he has played for our enjoyment. And the minute he starts to, decline or not play his best football, then people turn around. I can't stand that point. If you're with them from the start, you be with them from the end. You know what I mean? I agree. I want him to finish with the Steelers, but I truly would love to have. Yeah, exactly right. But I do feel like be back for the replay. Gold Coast Ganger time, bruh. Okay, all right, dude. Shout out, J Devil. That's awesome. Yeah. Whose birthday is it? Oh, in a week. Party. Yeah, I just think some people give up on him way too easy, man. He's the bloke there. Cameron Hayward is the dude. He's the dude that's been there a long time. He's a Steeler. They'll figure something out. I still love this photo too. That everyone's. It's so funny too. The perception online or fans sometimes, oh, we don't like Cameron Hayward. He sucks. Cut him or whatever. And then you see this. You see good photos of like they're not getting rid of him. Photos like that, they're not getting rid of Cameron Hayward. I would be highly shocked if I saw him not sign a contract and he was a free agent and he signed a contract next year with someone else. They're working out something. Look how happy Mike Tomlin is and Cameron Hayward. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler through and through. Now, other sites out there will go and say, oh, we should cut him, we should let him go, and and that's it. No, he means so much to the organization. His brother's there. His involvement with the Steelers. He might even, come back to be a coach or to be a mentor like Troy does, and Big Ben and Hines Ward and Debo and all those guys that come through and all the older fellas that come through. He means so much to the organization. So I think he's going to be a Steeler. I would say a 2-year contract. I think a 2-year contract. This year plus next year plus the year after. 2-year contract, and then you ride off to the sunset. That's a true point, though. I understand the NFL is, or what have you done for me lately? But I feel like in this situation, it's also a respect thing. And two, this, if you don't have Cameron Hayward there, then who do you have behind Cameron Hayward? Yeah, I understand that point. That it is what have you done for me lately? And I thought he played pretty good last year, besides the groin injury and stuff like that. Oh, you're at the pub. Yeah, but in saying that, exactly right. He will retire a Steeler. No matter what I think our opinions are, I believe that what will happen in court in time is that they give him a 2-year contract and he's going to be a Steeler till then. Yeah. I remember Tucson too. Yeah, it was all right. G'day, Steelers on Monitor. What's going on? Cam isn't going anywhere, but we can't pay him more than his guaranteed money this year. Yeah, I think I'm not getting like the money side is. I do see a lot of Steelers fans get into the money side. Also, shout out to Steelers Almighty as well. I think you got a YouTube channel too on YouTube. I've seen your stuff. I think I commented once. I saw your stuff out there. Good program there out there in Steelers Almighty. Great name too, by the way. I like the name. I think the name's fantastic. It's a bit different to other Steelers podcast names. But I think with Cam, I think some fans are like, oh, we don't want to spend too much money. Spend too much money. Don't bog yourself down in the money talk. Yeah, that's for the Omar Khan in the business to organize. I'm coming from a purely fan standpoint, but then at the same time, I think everyone. I would hate to be a player because you do so many good things for them for so long, for so many years, and the minute you start to decline, they start to turn on you. It's a bit like with the Kenny Pickett thing, or even like the Rudolph thing. No one liked Rudolph at the start, and then they got on his train. It must be tough to be in the public headlines, but that's what they get paid millions of dollars to do. Hooey dooly. Welcome to the show, Steelers Almighty. George says, who do we have behind? That's a good question. I don't really know. I that's the one thing I haven't talked about that much this offseason has been the D-line, because I don't even know who we have. Dean Lowry. He's the draftee, and Isaiah Loudermilk. No, not Dean Lowry. No, my apologies. That's Dean Lowry's the guy from Minnesota. Legan Lowe was the draftee. So DeMarvin Leal, Isaiah Loudermilk. Are they capable of filling him? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just think like as a Pittsburgh Steeler, I think he's going to be a Steeler for life. And it doesn't. I think he even said in his. Do I have it? No, I haven't got it. I delete some of the things I do. So in his interview, that he wants to be a one helmet person. You know what's fantastic? I've had 20 people consistently in the chat. That's unbelievable. Shout out to you guys. G'day, Deal with it. What's going on, mate? Yeah. G'day, Darkstorm. I've heard he's been doing some good things over in his camp. Wait a minute. Oh, 100%. And now we've got Russell Wilson, who has that too, and they're both on the show. And he's got it as well. I just think like Cam's a Steeler guy. He's on, like, his podcasts are fun. His presence in the locker room is awesome. He can lay a thump. He can hit people. Remember that time when Cameron Hayward punched the guy in the chest when he got up? That was good fun. Yeah, it's a what if we resign him and he gets hurt. That's a gamble though, isn't it? That's a gamble. But that's a what if, right? So that question is filled with ifs and buts and if candies and whatever's. You know what I mean? Like that's a what if question. It's a waste of money. If you don't, you could probably say that about any player. To be honest, if you don't, what if you don't sign anyone? Just don't sign any player. Sign no players out there. Deal what it says. Our O-line's going to be dominant. I agree with you. Top will be making a D-line dominant. Yes. We are back if we believe. Yeah, I think we get 12 wins. I think we can get 12 wins. I think this team is going to be fun. It's a really hard schedule. It's going to be really fun to watch. It's much better than 3 or 4 years ago, and we're still getting back to the playoffs. So this is the season where I think the reality can match the hype a bit because the offensive line's much better. Just with all the guys in the draft, like even Broderick Jones, he had a fantastic interview a few days ago, just talking about Steelers and what he wants to do, you know. Zach Frazier's the bloke from college. I think he's going to be the good center. So there's a bit more depth to our O-line too. Yeah, very physical. And I think didn't Arthur Smith said that they want to be like the most physical offensive team in the league. Maybe not the most highest scoring points, but week one, let's just say hypothetical, if they were to go into Falcons and the very first drive is a 75-yard drive, we get the ball, they run the ball down the field, a few play action passes, Russell Wilson gets 3 or 4, 37 yards, and the other yards are all running backs from Warren, and then they feed in Patterson in the run game, where they feed in Najee, and they score 7-0, right? And then Steelers start really hot, and let's go. And the defense comes out, 3 and out to whoever their quarterback is, or Kirk Cousins. What's he do? You like that? Kirk Cousins like, you like that? He's out there. And yeah, I can just see that the Steelers want to run the football. So I agree with you. Man, this chat's been awesome today, guys. You guys have been fantastic. All the way in June. June 6th for me. I got my day off today. And you guys have been awesome. Absolutely, absolutely awesome. I think he will. In a football sense, I think Cameron Sutton will help. Yeah, I believe that. All righty, thank you, Chloe. Stay safe. Had a few sherbets going home. Stay safe. Wait. Yeah, I think Tezzy. He is fantastic. Yeah. Good night to HDU. Yes, 100%. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. If ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That's right. Yeah. G'day, 46. What's going on? 46. All right, I'm gonna take a quick little break and come back. Just give me a second. Maybe we'll do some Q&A for the last 20 minutes. I'll be right back.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
All right, Cell Nation. So for the last, we've got about 20 more minutes. You guys are winding down into your nighttime. Let's do question and answer. Any questions you want to have for me or for the chat? If you want to ask someone else a question in the chat, let's do that, man. A bit of old school Q&A. G'day, Juice. Bit of an old school Q&A. Ryan says fun show. Yeah, it is a fun show. I do agree. This is a good one. Sometimes you just know they're fun ones. You can just you're a bit of a groove in it. You know what I'm saying? Cameron is one of his leaders. Yeah, dead set. I'm just fun to see him back. I want to see him come back. He's got the last year of his contract. They still got to figure out. There's so you want to think about it. Sometimes I get a bit overwhelmed with how much to cover and talk about because you can only talk about one thing at a time. And there's so much happening with Najee's contract next year. What's going to happen this year? He's fitter. He's stronger. He's bigger. I think Najee's going to go off this year. I really do have a really good season. Frymouth, he's going in for a contract next year. Pickens, and can he be the lead one? There's so many storylines all around everything. It's just a whirlwind of storylines. You can't cover everything. There's so many different people in the team. Roberta says, Question: does anyone know if any of the QBs were drafted in the same class as Kenny? If they're still in the same team? I don't know. I have no idea. If someone knows that, that'd be fantastic. Pepper says, love the chillness of the chat. Yeah, it's a good time. HCU feels like a family more than a university. It's both. It's both. It's online university. It's an online university that I would love to. Imagine if I could actually do like classes. I don't know. That'd be my goal. If I was ever a millionaire, I'd make a university and I'd make a football team, which I'm going to do, by the way. So if you're a part of the university, I'm looking into buying a PS5 and buying NCAA 25, and in that game, I can make my own college. So I'm going to make a university online in the game. And then as the members can put their hand up and say, I'd like to be part of the team, and you give me your number, give me your position, and I'll put you in the team. So I'm gonna do members videos once a week, something like that. Righty. Fu2 says if you want to beat the Chiefs or Dolphins, you got to keep their offense on the field. 100%. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna run the ball this year. You think about last year, we started the season with Matt Canada. We got absolutely flogged by the 49ers. Like flogged. Like you think of that game. That game was so awful. I was up in Queensland for Maddie's wedding. It was a great time. But I felt sick to my stomach watching that game. At 3 a.m. I woke up at 3 a.m. to watch that game. And I was like, fuck. I just felt so sick. I just didn't want to. That game, they beat us like 30-7. It's terrible. I woke up at 7 a.m. and now I'm hella tired. It's 11 p.m. Not going to watch it for a bit. Yeah, I'll be back probably like another 15 more minutes. And then we're out of here. G'day, Jace. Oh my goodness, fall asleep. Yeah, I agree with you too. I think that's right. Yeah, I wonder how long I've been like on YouTube for like 3 years now. I think that's crazy. I've been on YouTube. And there's a lot of people in the chat have been riding with this channel. I think for 3 or 4 years. I think I started this in 2020, Christmas Day 2021. So 3.5 years I've been on YouTube, and it's insane how far this thing has gone. The fact that I got the chance to have Brian McFadden on the show was unbelievable. It's a lot of hard work, and right now is a very dead period, so the videos aren't doing as well because people are checking out of Steelers and they're taking a break off time. You know, they're not really that checked in, but the diehards like you guys, the 20 people in here, are like, what's going on about our team? But yeah, one of the highlights so far, like getting Merrill Hodge on the show is definitely a highlight. Working with other podcasters, always a highlight, always fun. Whoever comes on, you know, I've had so many people on this podcast over the 3 years, but Brian McFadden was up there too. Having him on the show, and hopefully I can get him back on in the future. Having that connection with Brian now is BMAC is great. Like the fact that I played him in Madden and then he's on my show. Like that is just a surreal moment for me. It's insane that where I've come being a Steelers fan, 17 years ago, being 16 years of age or 15 or whatever it may be, watching Super Bowl, you know, 20 years ago was Madden 2004, one of the greatest games ever created. That's insane. And that's when we won Super Bowl 4. Like Super Bowl 40 is almost 20 years ago. That's pretty fucked up. Hey, that's crazy. Like that's Troy. That's Jerome Bettis. That's Jerome Bettis. 43 is almost 20-something years ago. We need another one. The Steelers need another one. You know, but no, it's really cool. It is cool seeing familiar names and everyone in the chat. It is fun. We've been building this thing, and it's not just me building it, it's you guys too. And we are getting, and I still want to get to 10,000 subs so I can do a 24-hour stream, and I will do that. And I got to work hard. Ooh. Am I allowed to say AB? Favorite Steelers receiver of all time? Oh, that's a tough one. It was AB. Can it be AB before he's crazy? Can that be that? Can I answer that? Am I allowed to answer that question that way? Can it be Antonio Brown before he went a bit loopy? That's my answer. You watched Antonio Brown a few years ago, And you pretty much, in some of those catches, that Green Bay catch was like, holy fuck. How'd he catch that? There was a few ones, one against, I thought was it versus, oh, wait a minute. Steelers versus Dolphins when he ran up the middle of the field to the end zone. Just Antonio Brown as a player was unbelievable as a Steelers receiver. He might hear this now too. Like, he was pretty good in terms of like everything. Like, Big Ben got him the football. He was there, could catch, could run, could pivot, dance around. He was pretty insane receiver. But then he went a bit loopy. But now I think he's bankrupt and stuff like that. It's insane how things work out. I'd probably say Antonio Brown before he went crazy. How many TEs do you think they put on? Oh, good question. I did see the other day, if you want to look it up, Steel City Insider podcast with Jim Wexell and another bloke. Don't know who the other guy is. And not that I don't, not a diss, but I don't know who he is. So Steel City Insider podcast, Jim Wexell said there could be a possibility that they are going to use Jack Coletto at fullback because he's been taking fullback reps. And Haywood hasn't been doing any fullback reps. So will the Steelers implement a fullback into the offense and also have tight ends? I would say 3. I'd say 3 tight ends. So they've got 6 on the roster now. I'd say they bring in 3. Unless they were to carry 4 tight ends and they have 5 receivers or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. That's a tough question. I could get a Magic 8 ball for the live stream. I could do, but that is Steelers Dynasty podcast thing. I'm gonna leave that to that can be their thing. That's really funny too when they do that. That's awesome. Ooh, how many? Okay, let's. Who are we versing? Let's think about this logically. There's 17 games, right? Minka's going to probably play in most of them. Let's say 15 games. Let's say we verse AFC North. Joe Burrow's going to throw some. Lamar Jackson will probably throw one. We're versing Deshaun Watson too. He's probably going to throw a few. Maybe Hurts could throw a few. Actually, I know I'm probably thinking about it way too much. But maybe if we go through the schedule, right? Kirk Cousins can probably throw one. Bo Nix, maybe one there. Ooh. I'll say 7. I'll say 7. I'll say 7. You know what's so cool too? Look how beautiful this is. Look at that. I'm going back there in Christmas. I'll be back in Pittsburgh. I can't believe that. I got 6 months to work really hard. I'm going back to Pittsburgh for Christmas. This guy's going back. That bloke there. I need to buy another beanie too. Going back for Christmas. Can't wait. I'll probably say 7. G'day, John O'Donnell. What's going on, mate? Yeah. You know what? No. Okay. It didn't steal it was awesome, right? Because I was there. But I've said this story a million times. My favorite catch still is Eli Rogers. If you remember that catch, that's the catch that set everything up. It was like a 2nd and 10 or a 3rd and something. Big Ben rolls to the right side. Eli Rogers, dead set, put his hands up like this, jumped up in the air, high pointed the ball like 7 feet in the air, and made an unbelievable catch. It was insane. That was my favorite catch from the day. It was Eli Rogers, and Lawrence Timmons sacking Jack Flacco was unbelievable. Yeah, that's a good point. I missed some people. Hang on, I'll get it back up. G'day. What's going on, chat? The chat's going weird on me. 6, 8. Oh, 100%. I think we do. Yeah. I think we beat them. I'll be there. I'm pretty keen. I'll be there in person. G'day, Just Me. What's going on? For my university position, I'm gonna take my real position. What do they do? certification officer. What do you do? Is it like, who do you certify? The uni students coming in? That's awesome. G'day, Just Man. It's fantastic. Sean says, get Tomlin alive at the draft so he can come in. I'm fucking... Oh, yes. Yes.
Coach Tomlin, let's go for the win, man.
I'm fucking working. Hey, Coach Tomlin, go for the win, man.
Coach Tomlin, let's go for the win, man.
That still might be one of my overall favorites. I think it's one of my favorite things he's ever said. It's and some people are upset about that. I was like, the guy, it's a funny clip. It's so good. Yeah, one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. This chat, it's going crazy today. I can't even find where I was. Donald. Yeah, he's up there. Like before he went crazy, he was up there for sure. Oh, Purdy. Yeah, Purdy was the last one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he nailed that Brown kicker. That he went out of his way. If you watch that back, Steelers AB ran out of his way. Like, if you watch that back, AB was going towards the house for a touchdown. He was going. He could have ran. He was going towards to get a touchdown, and he ran back into the kicker so he could kick the guy in the head. Absolutely madness. He could have took that ball to the house call, and got a TD. And no, I'm gonna run this guy over. Yeah. JJ52 says there are floors and flowers on the floor. There you go. Yeah, Troy's up there. Debo's my guy, as you guys know. Debo's my dude. Troy's fantastic. You can. He's just unbelievable. We need a formation of 5 TEs. Dead savvy, funny as. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'll be there. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. Can I get the HDU logo on it, or can I get this on it? Are you able to put that on it? Try that. That'd be cool. Oh, Debo one, man. God, he was something, eh? Debo was awesome. Coach Tomlin. Oh yeah. This chat is going. Okay, here it is. I think with so many greats, it's so hard to pick two. Yeah. Oh, we have a great franchise. The Steelers are so much fun. That's why you could talk about it every day, and we do. We do talk about the Steelers all day. One of my most I guess underrated Steelers that no one really talks about was Lawrence Timmons. If you go back and watch Lawrence Timmons highlights, he is fantastic. Number 94 at middle linebacker, and I still remember the days too when he was like. He went to the Dolphins game and it was really hot. He threw up everywhere on the ground. Like, this is why our organization is so much fun, so much history around our players. And there is so many players per team too, right? So, yeah, Lawrence Timmons is one of my, I guess, underrated Steelers that no one really, not many people talk about anymore. But you go and watch some highlights of him, and I think I've answered before. I think he's my top 5. I think he's in my top 5. I think I've got, I don't know. Yeah, my top 5 is probably Debo. I'd probably put, Debo, Troy, Ben would be 3. I don't know who. It's tough. It's so tough for 4. I feel like he'd be 5. I don't know who 4 would be. I got to make that. I got to really think about that. And Dinky. Yeah, I got to think about my top 5. My favorite catch is a Mike. Oh, yeah, dead set. Is Mike Wallace long TD and bomb in AZ? I predicted the player up before it happened. Yeah, right. Yeah, he was fun to watch too. Oh, I think it's the best player I've ever seen. 99 yards, steps back. Oh, that's right. Okay. I know what I can do. I'll show you this. Oh, dude, I forgot about this. Oh, I gotta show you something. Real quick. So there was a post the other day via Kurt Warner. And I don't know. Look, I haven't got many people on Twitter, so no one really cares. I've done 7,000 posts and I've got 200 followers. No one cares about Steel Nation Oz on Twitter, right? That's not the point, though. I I saw this post on Twitter about Kurt Warner, and he was talking about like swearing and stuff like that, right? About should I hang on? Yeah. Oh, now I got to get set up. Yeah, he was talking about swearing, and is swearing like effective? Is it, trashy? What's the good use of swearing? And coming from an Australian standpoint, we use swearing to emphasize things, to make a point. Some people use it in their like actual language, like they swear 24/7, but it doesn't really get the point across too much. You come a bit of a loser, right? You shouldn't be swearing every single second word. Shouldn't be F word or S word. Then you make no coherent, sentences. But swearing to me is like you make a point. There's numerous times in my videos where I've sworn to make a point, absolute like fact, right? You know what I mean? So Kurt Warner had a question on Twitter, and then I had a response to it, and I thought it was funny because he's talking about is it a positive thing? Is it a negative thing? What do we think about swearing? And all I could think back to was Kurt Warner throwing that football to James Debo Harrison. And I thought, what better place when you throw that football, right? And what better place for a swear word? So and he didn't see it because I'm not big enough. No one cares, right? But I'll show you what I said. So he was saying, is it a positive? Is it a negative? When should swearing exist? And some people don't like swearing. That's fine. But I think sometimes it can help a message get across. Now, I wrote this tweet. I got to bring it up now. I got 2 tweets. And I'll come back. So I missed a few of the chat, right? So I wrote this tweet back to him, and I hope he saw it, but I doubt he did. Right? 1 hour and 16 minutes. Holy fuck! See, swearing can be useful. All right. And I have it here. So Kurt wrote this tweet. All right, let me get rid of your comment, Roberta. Kurt wrote this. All right. Kurt Warner says, honest question. When someone adds a swear word to a statement, does it make them cooler in your eyes? Question mark. Make this statement more powerful in your eyes? Question mark. Affect your view of a person positively or negatively? What do you guys think now here's a guy. Oh my goodness. What do you guys think in the chat? And also this will be a video on Steel Nation Oz tomorrow. Today, you're watching it now, right? So honest question, Kurt Warner, the guy who threw the 99-yard pick to James Debo Harrison, when someone adds a swear word to the statement, does it make them cooler, make a statement powerful in your eyes, affect your view personally, positively, or negatively? Now, when I saw that comment straight away, I thought about the only one thing I thought about. There was only one thing I thought about, and that was Kurt Warner swearing, saying, holy fuck, as he threw the ball to James Debo Harrison. So I wrote this to Kurt. I said, Kurt, if you said fuck me as you threw that 99-yard pick to James Debo Harrison, then Kurt, you are the coolest person alive. And also, Kurt, yelling fuck as the and Kurt yelling fuck as you scored for the Steelers, then that's a positive. How good is that? That is the first thing I thought of is he's brought up an idea around swearing, and it's a good question. It's an honest question with an honest answer. And could you imagine what he said? Like in that moment, he would have like stepped back, run back, James Debo Harrison, like all right. And as he's going back, he throws the football. James Debo Harrison went to fake for the edge rush and comes back. And then I'm sure, I'm 1,000% positive that Kurt Warner said, fuck. Dead set. I think he said that. Anyways, I thought that was awesome. I think he dropped back. And then for us, it was a positive because it gave us 7 points or 6 points. And then with a field goal. But James Debo Harrison stepped back, Super Bowl 43. Debo caught that. And I bet you as well. I bet you as well when James Debo Harrison caught that, he was thinking, holy F, I got to run. I got to go straight away. I reckon all around Steeler Nation, when we saw what everyone, like when James Debo Harrison caught that football, everybody around Steeler Nation jumped up and was like, let's go, fuck. You know what I mean? So yes, it can be a positive. It can be a massive positive. And does it make them cooler? Yeah, Kurt, you're my favorite. Kurt's my favorite quarterback. Actually, I should get Kurt. I should get Kurt on the show. Kurt Warner, you are my favorite quarterback of all time. So who's your favorite quarterback of all time? Kurt Warner. He has the best pass in history. Yeah, so we'll see what you guys think. Holy dooly. 100%. I agree. It can be used. It can be overused. That's for sure. As a habit of laziness, I agree. There are people I've spoken to in my life that swearing is way too. It's just every second word. But in some sense, when it's used to effect, for sure, it can work too. It was so good. I'm tired, boss. Alrighty, guys, let's call it there. And I might use that for a video. I possibly can. 100%. He would have said both. He dead set would have said both at the same time. Is he really? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, what's it? Oh, I think I had one time. I had some. I had a taco. I was in Sydney somewhere. No, was I in Queensland? I don't know where I was. No, I was in Queensland. And this taco was like a spicy taco of like ribs and stuff like that. But I had jalapenos, chili, had all these things. It was so hot. It was insane. Making my mouth water now. Nah, it's all good. I'm not worried about Twitter. I'm not worried at all. Twitter sucks. Oh man. Number 94 in your program and 1 year Hearts. Love that. Very true. He was a first pick, yeah. And a great pick as well. Yes, in America they do. They might make mine really. I've had one actually. I remember I had one drink really strong. In some bar, I had to ask them to add more Coke because it was unbearable. It was too strong. It was like I think about 75% of like the they poured the alcohol in and like 25% Coke. It was too much. Yeah. That's awesome. Futsal Stars, Skyrim. All right, guys, let's get out of here, man. I thought that was a fun one to end. That was a fun one. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, we'll try and go live twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week. And also, as we get in towards the real season, I'll have hopefully a schedule that I can go live. I try and work around my work days, right? So I get about 30 odd hours now from work. So that was good fun. Right. Yeah, right. I think we're done. That's it. Thank you, Afton, as well. Yep. So what's today? Thursday, your Wednesday. I don't think I'll be live until maybe Friday. Alrighty, guys. 1 hour and 20 minutes. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. All right, that's it. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Afton. Thank you, Roberta. Oh, excuse me. I just burped. Oh, my fault. I need to go buy some lunch. Deal with it. 100%. Yeah, it is a really good, relaxed atmosphere here. And the goal is to cheer our team on. I think we covered a lot. So we covered what I wanted to do. We talked about what we want. Sutton's a stealer now, so I won't really bring up too much of his past. I'll just talk about football stuff. I'm keen to talk about Cameron Hayward's football stuff too. So thank you, George. And Pepper ends it, says, thank you for hanging out with us at the university today. Like and subscribe if you want to. If you haven't already, y'all all. I can't say that word. Y'all. Y'all. I can't say that word, y'all. Mates, I don't know. You guys are awesome. Let's go. Let's see you later. And And good night.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? Studs everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's art. I think it should be played a certain way.